in order to minimize the yield losses that are associated with grazing, it is really important that cattle is removed by first hollow stem. So in the past, cattle was generally removed at a fixed date, say March 15th, or in some cases when wheat was joined. But there's some research that has demonstrated that jointing is already late. So the yields are already being reduced if we're only removing cattle then. So what is first hollow stem? First hollow stem, as you can see here in these pictures, it occurs when there's about 1.5 centimeters, or say about half an inch, of hollow stem present below the developing wheat head. As you can see here in this picture, the plant to the left is already at jointing, so it is past first hollow stem, while the plant in the right is about 1.5 centimeters of hollow stem below the developing wheat head. Luckily, 1.5 centimeters is equivalent to the diameter of a dime, so this really makes life easier. So how do we check for first hollow stem when out in the field, right? It's very important to check from ungrazed areas of the field. Again, because grazing will delay the appearance of the first hollow stem. It's going to delay crop maturity, as we have previously talked about. And these ungrazed areas may be found either on field corners or just outside the electric fence that have not been grazed. Very important to be from the same field with the same variety, but needs to be ungrazed. And we generally check for the first hollow stem by digging 4 or 5 plants from these ungrazed areas, splitting the largest tiller lengthwise, starting at the base, and measuring how much hollow stem is present below that developing wheat head. And here's a couple more pictures from Jeff on this specific stage. So this happens towards the end of 6 growth stage 5, just prior to jointing. You can see really clearly about 1.5 centimeters of first hollow stem here. So grazing past first hollow stem, it's going to result in yield reductions. These yield reductions, they can yield anywhere from about 1% to over 5% per day, really depending on conditions for regrowth. So if at grazing termination those conditions are cool and wet, they will be more favorable for wheat recovery. So grazing past first hollow stem under these cool and wet conditions will have less effect on grain yields. So generally we're looking at maybe 1% per day their yield reduction. Now, if we're grazing past first hollow stem in dry and hot and some harsh conditions, that will really accentuate the yield losses. So these yield losses can be up to 5% or more per day. Right? So that's why checking for first hollow stem is very important. So we're making sure that we're sustaining our wheat yields. So the question is, do I need to be out checking for first hollow stem for a full month, from late January now up to early March? Well, maybe, but maybe in the past. Now we do have a tool that was developed by the Oklahoma Sonnet that can help producers narrow down that window that they need to be out checking for first hollow stem. So here you can see the first hollow stem advisor, which can be accessed from the agriculture section of the Mesonet website. And this product, what it produces is actually a prediction of the probability of first hollow stem. So within the next 2 weeks, right? So what's the probability that my crop is going to achieve first hollow stem in the next 2 weeks? As you can see in the chart here, 5%, 50%, 95% probability. So we really know that, well, we should be out checking and really thinking about removing the cattle. And these predictions really done based on current weather during the growing season, historical weather averages for that location for the next 2 weeks, and also depending on which wheat variety that is being grown. So generally they are grouped into early, medium, or late first hollow stem varieties. As part of the grazing cap as well, the model developed by Oklahoma Sonnet, we're currently validating it for Kansas conditions. So we're looking at first hollow stem South Central Kansas. So if that model really predicts the behavior of the different varieties well here up north, this may be a possible collaborative product for Kansas producers in the near future as well.